What's going on, everybody? It's Micknastyness, and today we're going to talk about vampires. Vampires. We have a vampire token deck that I made. I'm calling it the Lost Boys because Keith Sutherland, cool guy vampires. Anyways, we have Legion's Landing. We got Martyr of Dusk. We got Dusk's Zealot. We got Legion's Lieutenant, Queen's Commission, Radiant Destiny. This is a great card because it's like a call to arms. And if you have the City's Blessing, we're going to have a lot of City's Blessings because we're going to put a lot of tokens out there. So we got a lot of permanents out there. Therefore, we have the City's Blessing. Creatures you control get +1/+1. If you have the City's Blessing, they have Vigilance, which is awesome. Vampires with Vigilance and Lifelink? Yikes, right? And then we got Mortify for, any kind of enchantment or creature control. Bishop of Binding. I have one of these because, you can just, if you draw into him, it's great because usually if you do run into something, that's going to mess you up, like a big giant green deck, just the big green train of death, these giant, 12/12s and stuff, you can bind him and then he's a 13/13. So that's really good. It kind of just, it's almost like a blue aspect of it. Ixalan's Binding is one of the better detaining cards in the game, in my opinion, because you can't play the same card. You play one, giant monstrosity and you can't play him again. Or an enchantment. Some decks run heavily on an enchantment, a certain enchantment that, helps them win. So you take that out of the equation, it's pretty much GG. Settle the Wreckage, I like this because it doesn't get rid of my creatures, and it's basically like a cleansing nova, but you exile those creatures, and that's really good for things like rekindling phoenixes, anything that can come back from the graveyard. So Settle the Wreckage exiles them. But the only drawback is the opponent gets a land for each creature exiled. So that's not that great. But I love this card. It's 4 mana. It's basically, a board wipe if they swing at you with everything they got. Sanctum Seeker. You got a bunch of tokens. You attack with a bunch of tokens. You take a bunch of life. It's like a little mini calamity. It's a great card. 3/4 for 4 mana. Whenever vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So that's good. Twilight Prophet. We got this because we're going to have City's Blessing more than likely. So you just draw an extra card, and whatever that card is, the mana cost, you do that much damage. Awesome. It's great. Vraska's Contempt. I just have one in here just for any kind of pesky planeswalker I can't get rid of. So. And we got more, token stuff. Call of Feast, Elenda, the Dust Rose. I have her in here because tokens. If I don't run into her, it's great. If not, it's not that bad. She's a really good card. She's got lifelink. Whenever another creature dies, that means their creatures too. Put a 1/1 counter on it, and Elenda. No, it's Elda, not Enelda. God, I can't read. The Dusk Rose. Whenever Elda dies, create that many white vampire tokens with lifelink, where X is Elda's power. So that's pretty pogs. She's going to just explode, and just a gigantic amount of vampires are just going to come out everywhere. Epicure of Blood. I only have one of these because he's really high mana cost, but it's really helpful. He's basically like a calamity as well. If you don't know what calamity does, whenever a creature with power 1 or less attacks, it does that much damage to an opponent. It's like a 2 mana enchantment, red enchantment. So, and then we got one Arch of Orazca. There we go. We're pronouncing words now. You get the City's Blessing. You can pay 5, tap it, draw a card. Great. Just that little dash of card draw in there. So let's go ahead and get into a ranked game and see what happens. I've been doing pretty well with this deck. I've been climbing gold considerably. Last night I was playing it and I won quite a few games. I've only lost a couple with this deck, so I can overrun decks pretty fast. It just depends on the matchup. Mono red usually gets destroyed. That, and everybody knows mono red is pretty rampant in this ladder at the moment. Do we play this? Do we play this? Sure. Why not? Let's play it. I'm actually considering on scaling down some of the more heavier cost creatures just so I don't run into that much of it. Because 4 mana is quite a bit. 4 mana is quite a bit for this. I want to be able to play anything and everything at like turn 3 or 2. Okay, so we got black and green. I'm pretty sure we're going to play Martyr of Dusk. And then we'll probably play the Lieutenant next. Okay, saplings. Okay, we're a token versus a token deck. Okay, I'm into it. Let's go, playboy. All right, I'm gonna hit them for trace, and I'm sure they're gonna take it. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're probably going to Ixalan's Binding this guy because that card is the devil. That card is the absolute. That is Satan right there. Actually, you know what? We won't do it just yet. We're going to put them on the defensive. So I'm going to do 1 damage and gain 1 life. So now he's got to make a decision. Is he going to take another? Okay, he's going to block it. That's good. All right, that's getting creatures off the board. I still keep my 1. All right, and now I'm probably going to Ixalan's Binding next. Nope, I'm glad I saved it. This is the devil card right here. Ooh. Or do we Ixalan's Binding? You know what? For all intents and purposes, I'm going to Ixalan's Binding. That should, yeah, that's just a real hard card. And he's got Death Touch too. So I really can't attack. All right. He's keeping me from playing shit. Biggie, chill. Let's see. That's my dog, Biggie. He wants to be a part of the video. I told him no. He is far too young in his young pug life. And I told him maybe later. All right, I think next turn we're going to attack. Yeah. We're attacking next turn. All right, we got that city's blessing I was talking about. Yeet. So now they all have vigilance. Now I'm doing 3 damage right off the bat. And he's going to probably have to block one of these. Okay. Ooh. He took it. All right. And I think this is about GG here. Yep. Anyways, guys, so that's basically what we're doing here. We're creating massive amounts of tokens, and then we're just hitting them in the face holes and gaining life. If you saw, like, I don't think I went under 18 life. It's super aggressive. The only downside of this deck is some of the decks you run into ladder has a lot of control, like wiping spells, you know, destroy all creatures, blah, blah, blah. That is unfortunate, but for the most part, any counter deck I've ran into, they can't counter enough. They don't have enough counter spells. They're constantly just sitting there, you know, with their hand just like, I have to counter that too. I have to counter that too, because they're all really good cards to the point where they're all working in synergy with each other. You know, you're getting, you know, these little cards out, like that's 2 tokens, that's 3 tokens. You know, if they can't wipe the board, you're in pretty good shape of winning. You know, you want creatures like this that if it dies, you're still going to get a token off of it. You want, you know, just a bunch of little things like that. You don't have to have this exactly the way I have it, but I just have like these in cards, these little 4 mana cards. I have very few of them because I don't run, you know, a whole lot of mana in my deck. I run probably about 20 to 21 mana at the most. Let's see, 12, 16, 20, 21. Yeah. God, math is hard, guys. But anyways, I just showed you a little demo of the deck. I will post the deck in the link from here on out. I'm going to start doing that because I don't want you to have to look at the video and be like, oh, okay, that, and that. Okay, cool. But anyways, join my Discord. Check me out on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I have it all. I have all the links at the bottom of the channel. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Micknastyness. Y'all are all of that. Appreciate it. Peace. Bye.